Welcome to episode 3 of my Dortmund career mode. So in this episode, we are going to finish the summer transfer window, and then I'm going to play this Union Berlin game, and I'm going to play Leverkusen, and then we're going to end the episode on that. So the next episode, we can start with Barcelona in the Champions League, and then we'll finish September up, and then games will get going at a faster pace, and we'll make our way through the winter or fall. So a good idea in the comments of the last episode was to terminate Toprak's loan at Werder Bremen and then put him on the transfer list and see if we can get some money for him. And I think that is a very good idea. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to recall him from loan and then add him to the transfer list. So from the comments, I kind of got a feeling that the opinion was that we should sign Thiago Silva and then either Zaha or Batshuayi. It seemed like an equal amount of people wanted Zaha and Batshuayi. The problem is we don't have a lot of money, and even if Toprak is sold, I'm not sure that would give us enough funds to buy two of these guys. We definitely need a backup striker first before a center back. So I think I'm going to decide on Batshuayi or Zaha, and then for the rest of the window I'm going to try to get some more funds to see if we can sign Thiago Silva. So an idea I had is if we sign Thiago Silva, I don't think I'm going to need 4 center backs in the 80s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up Akanji and Zagadou on the transfer list in hopes that we get an offer for one of them at least, because they're both valued 33 to 40 million. So if one of them gets sold, that would give us a lot of money to work with. So I think I have to choose between Zaha and Batshuayi. There wasn't much support for signing Origi, and I think Batshuayi or Zaha would be the better options. The only thing about Zaha is that he's kind of like a winger. He can play at striker, but he has 77 finishing, which is not bad. But for a person I'm looking at to be a backup for Haaland, it's like I almost want an out-and-out striker because we already bought Bellarabi, who's a quick winger. So would Zaha be that different than Bellarabi? Whereas Batshuayi, I mean, he's not slow, but he's not rapid, quick to play on the wing, but his finishing is 81, and he's more a player that would be more comfortable in the striker position than Zaha, I believe. Plus, he played at Dortmund before, so it would be nice to bring him back. If we just go off the comments directly, there were 3 comments for Batshuayi and 2 for Zaha. So if we went off that, it'd be pretty close, but we would go for Batshuayi. I just don't want to disappoint anyone, but I do kind of feel like Batshuayi is the better option. It would give us more flexibility in terms of signing another player, and maybe be more realistic because Batshuayi was already at Dortmund on loan before, so him coming back on a permanent transfer might seem more realistic than Zaha coming to Dortmund. I don't think there's a wrong option here because they're both good players, but I think Batshuayi is the player we're going to go for. So it looks like Batshuayi will be coming to Dortmund. Alright, let's see what he says to 85k per week. And then actually just try no signing bonus. Let's see if he just takes 85 per week. He wants 77 plus 500,000. And we are going to do that. So we have our backup striker in Batshuayi returns to Dortmund. I think he would be a good backup option for us. So Batshuayi gets number 21, and he's only our second striker on our squad. So I think he was a very important signing for backup to Haaland. So we have left about 11.6 million, and Thiago Silva's deal was about 22 million, I believe. So we are definitely gonna have to bring in more money if we want to sign him. So we shall progress ahead, and hopefully we get an offer for one of these players. All right, so we get a transfer offer immediately for Akanji. The simple thing here is if we sign Thiago Silva, I'm just not going to need 4 center backs in the 80s. Zagadou would be a perfect backup, and I still believe, yes, we have Bellardi, who's 68. He's a youngster, but he could be the 4th option. But I think this is a deal I'm going to have to go for because Thiago Silva's deal is expiring pretty soon. Usually they take a few days before they just say the deal is over. I might try and just get a little more for Akanji. I know that Man City has piles of money. So let's just try 40 and a half and see what he says. Okay, so they're not going to go up too much. What about 36 and a half? Let's try that. And he accepts 36 and a half. So Akanji is possibly going to Man City, but that would bring in a lot of money. So we will have to see if that deal goes through or not. Hopefully it does. Alright, so we get a few offers, one for Piszczek. We're not selling Piszczek. We get an offer for Toprak from Galatasaray. Gonna see if I can get a little more for him, but this is good. We're getting offers for players. This is good. Let's just try, see if they'll pay 11 for him, just a tiny bit more. Few extra million, they accept that. So Toprak possibly going to Galatasaray. Get a loan offer for Rask. I'm just going to deny that. Hopefully these 2 deals go through. That would give us a lot of important money. So we are on transfer deadline day and still no deal has gone through. No players have been sold. None of these deals have fallen through either. This is making me kind of nervous, but hopefully we have 10 hours after this game against Union Berlin. Hopefully those deals go through early and then we can sign Thiago Silva up and then possibly even another player before the window closes, because if Akanji gets sold as well as Toprak, that would give us a lot of money to work with. But we have this game against Union Berlin in the Bundesliga first. They have lost their first 2 games, so this should be another win for us. So can we make it 3 wins out of 3? We shall find out.
Hi everybody, a lovely day for football here. Welcome to you against Borussia Dortmund.
All right, match day 3. We've had 2 very good performances to start the season. See if we can make it a 3rd straight 3 points. That is a good ball through. That was totally my fault. Blocked. Guerrero clears it. That was terrible defending by me. Good interception by Julian Brandt. A lot of room for Witsel. He seems to have a lot of room in the midfield for plays like this. Into Royce. See if we can curl that. It's deflected straight to the keeper. Oh, this is not a good situation for us. Turns, completely turns. Zagadou. Still alive. And it is wide. I think that's going to be a goal kick. That is a tackle straight to their player. Another good save. Actually, a very poor shot by them. Defense is not looking as strong as it did in the first 2 episodes. Another good ball in. Edge of the box. They're passing the ball very well. And Hummels fails to clear that. That is the first goal of the game for Union Berlin. Hummels he did not jump at all at this. He just tried clearing it from where he was standing, and all the striker has to do is just lean in front of him, and that's an open goal basically. We have not started off this game very well, and we just got punished for it. See if we can create something of our own. Be nice to get a response goal relatively quick. Jadon Sancho, no really holes in their defense. Might find one here. Into Royce, can he turn? He cannot. Another ball in. Hakimi clears that. Zakaria should get onto that. They're playing very defensive. They're not even pressuring the loose balls. Alon stays that. He stays with the ball very well, actually. Into Haaland. Can he turn? Just cannot turn his defender like I expect him to. Alright, somehow Zagadou doesn't pass that back. He gets tackled. Now this is not looking good for us. Alright, he wins the ball back. He makes up for his mistake. Oh, we're just struggling to keep possession. We're going to go into halftime down 1-0. This is not looking good. Hummels blocks that very well. See if Julian Brandt can go on a run here. Into Witsel. Royce. Royce gets tackled. Hummels again deals with that. It seems like they're playing real defensive and they're leaving their forwards up top. It's kind of odd. Julian Brandt has a lot of room out here. Back to Axel Witsel. And that is the equalizer. We were in desperate need of a goal. We are not playing very well. Luckily, we were able to find some room. And Axel Witsel right in front of goal. I don't think he's going to miss from there very often. Alright, so we are back in this game. And then again, they're on a break once again. Oh, that is a good through ball. Turns me. Hummels blocks it. They are creating a lot of good looking chances. Into Royce. Into Axel Witsel. Back to Royce. See if we can curl one in. And that is a very good shot from Marco Royce. Totally against the run of play. We get the go-ahead goal to go up 2-1. They have created so many more chances than us, and Royce just gets the ball at a very good angle and just that is curled in perfectly. That is exactly what we needed from Royce, our captain. And we are up 2-1 with like half an hour left in this game. Alright, I need to be more protected with the ball now, especially as the game progresses on. And not to lose possession. Alright, yeah, so much pace for a midfielder is so valuable to have. Alon can have some room and he's tackled in the box. Trying to block all the passing lanes. We win the ball back, thankfully. Alright, let's get Witsel out for Delaney. Take off Brandt for Hazard, and I totally forgot to put Batshuayi on the bench. But I think I'm going to leave it there and then make the final sub before the game ends. Into Royce, see what we can do with this. Into Delaney, who just came on. Into Royce. Oh, when we hit the post. That could have been the winner. Delaney cuts that out very well. Into Royce. Can he give us our third goal? And much like our last game in the last episode, that is our third goal. That is going to be all 3 points for us in this game. The captain Marco Royce showing up big when we need him. That's a very good finish. Right in the corner. I don't know how we won this game. I was sure this was going to be our first loss. Union Berlin were playing so much better than us. But somehow, our players just showed up in the second half. That is going to be the full-time whistle. We take all 3 points once again with the same scoreline as 3-1. Alright, transfer deadline day, and we are still yet to hear from our 2 outgoing transfers. So I guess all we can do is simulate ahead and wait for them to go through. And 1 hour later, Akanji is sold to Manchester City for 36.5 million, and that will give us 32 million to our budget. So that is a lot of money. While Toprak deal falls through, so it was actually very important for us to sell Akanji, because if we would have just put Toprak up, we probably wouldn't have made enough money to sign Thiago Silva. Now we have a healthy 40 million back in our budget with 155 in the wages. So this should give us enough to sign Thiago Silva. Right, time to sign up Thiago Silva. I mean, he is 34, but there's no other center back that's rated this high that we could get for this cheap. We're only paying 22 million for him. Right, and he wants 100k in the wages plus a about 1 million signing bonus. I am just going to accept that. And we have Mats Hummels' new pairing at center back, Thiago Silva, coming to Dortmund as a very, very good signing. Oh, there's Thiago Silva in the Dortmund kit. So now we have Silva, Hummels, Zagadou, maybe even Toprak if he's not sold, and Balerdi with Piszczek, who can also play center back. So I think we have very good options at the back. So we have about 14 million left. I'm not sure that's enough. Actually, I am sure. That's not enough to sign any of the players that we currently have offers in for. So maybe I'll try to find a player that's in our budget range, or I could possibly save the money till January so that we have something to spend in January in case we need to reinforce our team. Alright, so honestly, I'm not sure who else to sign. I think you pronounce his name Camavinga, I'm not sure. But he is on loan, he's been suggested in the comments, so he looks like he won't be able to sign this season. Now, Brahim, Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., and Ansu Fati, is that how you say his last name? They are all possibly players that we could bring in on loan. We have 2 wingers on the bench, and then we have Reina. So maybe it would be nice to have one more in the reserves in case we need them. I think Vinicius Jr. is the highest rated out of these players, but maybe Rodrigo is on par with him. I'm not sure. I don't know their ratings, and there's not going to be enough time to scout them either. So it looks like I'm going to have to make a decision here. I think it's going to be Rodrigo who we go after, because I've used Vinicius Jr. in a previous career mode, and I've never used Rodrigo. So I think he would be interesting to use. Let's just say 1 year. How much is he getting paid? I don't even know. Okay, so he's getting paid about 100K. I guess I'll just ask for a 50-50 split, even though they're probably going to want like a 70. All right, they'll actually agree with that. So we only have to pay Rodrigo's salary, half of it, for 50K. And we get a decent winger on the bench if he accepts it. I forget. Players on loan have to agree to the move. So we will have to wait and see what he says to that. All right, Rodrigo accepts a 1-year loan to Dortmund. So another Real Madrid player is loaned out to us. Him with Hakimi is quite a decent player to have in our reserves in case we get an injury on the wing. But this is how our team is going to look, it looks like. I don't think I'm going to go in for anybody else. I'm going to save what money we have for January. But our 2 center back pairing is looking a lot better with 2 87 rated center backs in Silva and Hummels. All right, so we've definitely done a lot in the transfer window. Let's see what Bayern has done. Bayern has brought in Timo Werner, so they're even stronger at striker with Lewandowski and Werner. And they've sold Alaba for only 33.5 million, that is pretty cheap. So they've reinforced at striker, but not really anywhere else, it looks like. That is going to be transfer deadline day over. Alright, so we are at the final game of the episode against Leverkusen. They have started strong as well in the Bundesliga, winning all 3 of their first 3 games. Us, Bayern, and Leverkusen are all perfect so far. And we need to keep that up, even though this is going to be a tough game. Let's see if we can get our 4th straight win in the Bundesliga.
A top talent, but today in a new team. How's he going to get on? Well, follow it with us, and it's live. Big welcome to you as usual. Great to have you with us at the Signal Iduna Park. Dortmund against...
All right, Leverkusen, as well as Thiago Silva's first game with Dortmund. Curious to see how he's going to fit in this back line. But I think he will do pretty well. See if Haaland can go on an early run here. Tries to turn his defender, but he keeps the ball very well. And that is going to be deflected out to a Bayer Leverkusen player. There's a good ball out to Jadon Sancho. And that is a perfect finish by Sancho. And we are 1-0 up in the first 8 minutes of the game. The space opened up perfectly, and he is just rapid quick. That is a perfect finish from Jadon Sancho. That's his first goal of the Bundesliga. And that is a good time to score. We're setting the tone in this tough game. See what Hakimi could do out on the wing. I know he's good going forward because he's basically a wing back. Probably could have passed it there to Haaland, but find him there. Sancho's there. Can he get his second already? And Jadon Sancho gets his second goal just 6 minutes later. This is a perfect start to the game. 2 goals in 14 minutes. This team feels so much different than last game. The players are finding spaces immediately from kickoff. And that is a perfect finish. Just past the post. What a perfect start for us in this game. They get the ball on this wing, which the Ultimate CPU loves to do. That is a terrible run, and Royce just cuts that out so easily. Can that ball get into Royce? It does. Into Witsel. I don't even know who I was aiming for, but that's blocked by the defender. And Haaland with his strength just holds the defender off. Can we get 3 already? We can. 20 minutes. And we're up 3-0. We're up 3-0 against Leverkusen, who are perfect just like us. They've won their first 3 games. These are the same sliders I've played the Southampton series on. Same sliders, same ultimate sliders. I've not changed anything. I've never started a game on ultimate like this. Just 3-0 up in 20 minutes. I don't know if it's because Leverkusen is just pressing so much. They're leaving so much room open. And we just have so many options going forward. So many players who are very good at getting a goal. And again, look at that. Our defense just cuts that out easily. Once again, we are on a good looking break, but that ball is cut out. And this is a interesting looking attack. Thiago Silva's going to get his first chance at defending. He goes straight to the corner. Ball in. That is a dangerous ball. Berkey gets to that. Is the ball going to come back into the box? Not sure what this is. That is a almost outside of the box header by Aranguiz. And it is 3-1. What was this header? He's like basically on the he's like on the edge of the box. And he heads that with that much power past Berkey. It's like a curving header, which makes Berkey not get to it in time. Well, they responded. Aranguiz, who is our Southampton player in our other career mode, scores against me. Alright, I do not want to give up this lead. We started off so well. There's no reason to let them back into this game. Good ball into Haaland. Can he get it to Hakimi of all people? And they just clear it. Almost looks like they almost put in the goal. It's going to be a corner for us. Zakaria gets to it, but the keeper is there for it. This has been a wild game so far, and it's only 30 minutes have passed. Alright, so they're going to have a free kick. Probably send it into the box. That is some pace on it. And Jonathan Tah, his header is just wide. That was pretty close, and that also made me very nervous. Alright, good tackle by Zakaria. Just have to close off those passing lanes. And then they kind of struggle with what to do. Sancho's making a good run, but that ball is not going to get past their midfielder as he wins it back. Might as well just go on a run himself. Into Haaland, into Marco Reus. Can this be our fourth? And it's saved by their keeper. It was a good save by Leverkusen's keeper. Ball back in. Nothing's going to happen from that. Oh, that's not a good pass. Ref, blow the whistle. Alright. Halftime, 3-1. They've definitely come back into the game. Let's see if we can hold this lead. Good tackle by Hakimi. I really want more goals now. I'm just nervous they're going to keep scoring on us. Out to Julian Brandt. Into Axel Witsel. Haaland. Into Royce. Oh, I tried to get it to Witsel at the far post. That is a terrible clearance. Oh, into Jadon Sancho. That was beautiful. But the keeper's going to save that. That was a beautiful pass into Sancho by Haaland. Let's get it to Zakaria. Royce. Axel Witsel tries to get past. There's center back. Good tackle by Thiago Silva. He's very far up forward there. See if we get it to Sancho. Royce. Oh, I tried to get it to Haaland. I should have just shot there. This lead feels very fragile for some reason. That ball is way over the heads of their forwards. Alright, let's give Batshuayi his debut. I'm going to bring on Delaney for Royce, so maybe we can defend a little more. I'm going to tell Delaney to stay back as well as Zakaria. And I might bring on Piszczek at left back because he has 4-star weak foot. So he should be able to play that for us very well. See if we can hold out this lead. Even though it's a 2-goal lead, it does not feel comfortable to me at all. If we score a goal, then it'll be comfortable. Find an opening. Zakaria almost loses it in a bad spot. into Axel Witsel. Haaland made a better run. He could have got that ball. Instead, he did not. Now our defense looks wide open. That ball is out to their winger. Guerrero makes a interesting looking tackle. Witsel does as well, but it's a no call. This looks not bad. Into Sancho. Gonna get it to Royce. That is a terrible shot on his weak foot. Alright, subs coming on. This game should be over. I don't think they're gonna score 2 goals in 4 minutes, but I've seen it happen before on Ultimate, so that's why I am still kind of nervous. But Sancho just steals that from them. This has been such a weird game. Their passing has been terrible. Alright, we might have another chance here. Julian Brandt is open. Batshuayi tries to get a debut goal, but it's blocked by their center back. But this game looks like it's going to be over at 3-1. And the ref blows his whistle. We score 3 goals in the first 20 minutes. And then that's how we win the game. That was like the best start to a game in FIFA I've had in a long time, especially on Ultimate. Scoring 3 goals that quick and that easily. A very good performance, and we start the Bundesliga 4 wins out of 4 games. So Bayern Munich actually lost to Red Bull Leipzig 1-0. So that is their first drop points of the season, while we remain perfect with 12 points coming from 4 games. So this is the best start we could have possibly had at the Bundesliga. And I am very happy with the way this team is performing. This is going to be the end of this episode. In the next one, we'll start the Champions League against Barcelona, and then we'll play these 2 Bundesliga games to end September. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you guys in the next episode, and I hope you all have a great day.